It's in the game.
EA
kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Allen. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop their fullback loose and no running room there. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's more to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. And they're able to get him down.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch a big fella.
They'll go to the fullback. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. The pitch. Here's a little room there. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up. And that
snags it, and there's running room. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
He'll bring it back out to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds there. Running inside, it's Raymond. He breaks a tackle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Raymond. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to throw. It's Rayner. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the 1st drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on 3rd down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Longhorn. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the point after is good. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Dante Moore makes the catch. It's strong. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for him.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Moore to the air. Escapes the pressure to his right. Takes a hit as he fires. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Intercepted, and he's got a convoy with it. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long. It's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, you know, and the second one, you know, usually he takes me out of the game.
And he tacked on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the option. The option, he'll keep it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Moore from the gun on third down. Here's the heat. And they got it. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Moore. Escapes the pressure going right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Texans! A pick six!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Throwing Moore. Lets it fly. Got his man. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Crosby.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
He wants to change this route. The run inside. It's Benjamin. Got a little grass. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Moore. Here he goes breaking the pocket. That's caught. It's Crosby. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Moore will throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first?
And they are sending out the field goal unit now. Thought they might spin that wheel of fortune on 4th and short, but they'll line up for the field goal. It is perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Raymond. Makes a pass to Marker. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone.
There's some room. Once he got some room, it was over.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's more to throw. Oh, they're after him. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Moore to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running inside. It's Raymond. Picks up the first down. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Using his legs, it's Raymond. Crosses it, finding some room. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They open this third quarter on top and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the punishment has been extended.
It's so so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you, and man, it's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Run inside. It's Allen. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
It is very tough when you're a secondary player to cover guys for long periods of time. Great job by the secondary, taking away all the options, even when the pass rush didn't get home.
Makes the grab down the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up.
They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. And the ball's out there after it. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Raymond. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! The ground game getting it done and putting 6 on the board.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Headed outside, it's Benjamin. Might have a chance. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
That is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. Lead is huge. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
Here we go. Ready. White. 29. Ninja.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a gap. It's Raymond. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Under fire, and down he goes.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something, because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Raymond. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Dante Moore throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Headed outside, it's Benjamin. Maybe a crease. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gets the back moving.
Let it go.
They'll go play action with Moore. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Gonna run it. It's Benjamin. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. More to throw for it on 4th down. He fires a bullet to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll run the counter. Running into the open space. There he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Inside the 10, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws, and he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he made the extra point without problem. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. The quarterback takes a knee. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Michigan.
After this, it'll be a wrap. And on fourth down, they'll come up and take the knee. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and the Rebels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking for the edge, it's Benjamin. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Bringing the heat. And they can't make the play on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Moore. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Rebels. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ballgame.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Throwing more. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Quarterback may change this route. Moore will throw. Rushes on him. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And right now, it looks like there's 12, 13, 14 guys on defense. I mean, last possession, you saw him break on the football, get the pick six. Now, another opportunity again. Dialed in, focused, breaks on the football, but that's why he plays defense. Shows you why he's not a receiver, but this defense is dialed in.
The Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted away on fourth down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some space.
Is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it, and you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, That's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback.
There's a crease. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
At the 38. And that's a first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the option. Rides the option, he keeps it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Motion from the back. The option look. He'll toss it. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to... It's a fake. He wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 40.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Rebels offense is back on the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Breaks into the... Just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Hard running there. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. That last fake didn't work. They might stick with punting it this time. Not a lot of room to field this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking to the big tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Man, and that wasn't a miss by much. And listen, as a quarterback, you don't want to miss inside. That's for sure where the danger is. But he leads him just a little bit too far out of bounds. You can tell receiver tries to throttle down, tries to get those feet in, but he couldn't.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
And the deflection by the defense, great play on 3rd down, brings us to 4th.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
He'll field the punt and look for room. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Moore, under fire, right on the money. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Snagged in the middle, it's Benjamin. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Moore with the play fake. It's complete to the left. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up. Off-play action on 1st down. That's caught. It's Simmons. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here's Moore to throw. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dante Moore wants to throw again. It's caught. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And he'll line this one up from 53 yards out and try to bang it through. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And the try is no good after the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys.
Well, it was certainly straight enough, just not long enough. Not enough leg straight.
One more snap coming before halftime. Takes a handoff. It's Fletcher. Could be an alley. The 20. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Rebels.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
Why not double the try total and go for two? Tight end finds a soft spot. He's into the end zone, and what a way to end the half. A touchdown, a two-point conversion, and that's how we'll go to the break. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Turning it on. Touchdown, Rebels. Got a step and just dusted the field.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll run the option. Keeps it on first down. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
And And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Allen. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Quarterback making adjustments. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
He gets it away from his own end zone. From midfield, looking for room. There he goes. Open it up. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And so after that play got sideways, the intentional grounding brings up second and long. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Fletcher. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. This is a tough one. A third and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Quick strike through the air for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
He makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed him to kick it there. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
All right, not ideal. All right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
Fighting off the defender. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Play fake, Julian say it. Here's a hit. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Takes it on the return. And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the third quarter, and this defense will start the fourth on its heels. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Rebels. Into the end zone for 6.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Finds his big tight end. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Give to the fullback. Plows through the defense. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Say it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Saying from the gun on third down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And they're going to try it again. It's another fake. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field and guys that do this for a living all the time and are really good at it, but tried to sneak attack, and it did not work.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Saying, oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Big fullback's got it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Red 54.
Give to the fullback. Maybe some room here. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
Running inside, it's Allen. To the 10. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. The gift to the fullback. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Moore to the... Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how...
A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Does not get there. Boy, they stopped him just short of the goal line and kept him from getting the 2.
69, Michigan 6. Number 0, set to kick this one away.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
The run inside. It's Allen. Here's a little room there, and they swarm him under.
And when you're the defensive side of the football right now, this point in the game, you know the game's over. When they run the football, listen, you're trying to still compete. You're putting other guys in the football game. This is our standard. We're not giving up yards. We're not going to let them break tackles. And I think the defensive coordinator finally has something to complain about.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Michigan.
One more play to pad the stats. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. They're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. And that's not at all how they hoped that fake punt would work. Didn't even get it back to the line of scrimmage. A tremendous job by the defense. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch it with the coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.